Turn off. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. Um, I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. I would like to thank. I know I'm jumping right in. We normally have time. We don't have time because of the music thing. It's what it is. So, but I would like to thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers. Um, Everybody that has been with me from the beginning. I just want to say thank you. Um, all of my new subscribers, followers, welcome to the journey. Um, Tea Time with Bunky is on every Thursday. I have to clarify this now. Tea Time with Bunky is on every Thursday night live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York time for me and you people on the East Coast because I got that kind of mixed up tonight with my guest. She's from Alabama. I didn't know there was a difference because I've never been there. So yeah, I gotta then pay attention to social studies. So Tea Time with Bunky is located in the small part of New York, small county, Sullivan County, New York. So for those that don't know, we are located in New York. So there's a time difference, different time zones, people that come on the show. A reminder that elections are coming up November 8th, Tuesday, November 8th. Um, Make sure you know your candidates. Make sure you know who's out there making them laws for you. Know your county people that are running. Um, know your state people because these are the people that are making the decisions that affect your life. I mean, there's so many things going on, so many laws being overturned that have been in place forever because people aren't paying attention to who's running or they're just listening to their friends. Oh, vote for so and so because they're good, vote for so and so. No, 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 no. Find out for yourself and know what's going on. November, October, October is everybody knows breast cancer awareness, but it's also domestic violence awareness month. Domestic violence, it's defined as violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of a spouse or partner. Police, social services, and voluntary agencies are working together to tackle domestic violence. A lot of people suffer in silence. Um, I guarantee you, you know somebody that has gone through or is going through a domestic situation, and you don't know it. You have no idea. Um, for Sullivan County, for here, Sullivan County, they have a special victim services. Um, it's a special domestic violence group here in Sullivan County. I have the number. I'm gonna put it up, and they're for victim of domestic violence, sexual assault, or other crimes for men, women, and children. Because yes, men are victims of domestic violence too, and they really not going to tell you. So, but without further ado, I want to introduce my. Oh, wait. There's also Safe Passage, safe homes for people that don't know. They're domestic violence units. Safe Passage. I don't know where it is in your state, but if you need help, reach out. Okay, so my special guest is Miss Actress Yvonne, who is a domestic violence survivor. Let's bring her on right now. Hi, good evening.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. I want to thank you first and foremost for doing this show.
Yes.
Um, it's a tough subject. Um, but you agreed and I appreciate it because people need to know.
Yeah.
People need to know that they're not alone, you know.
Hmm.
So tell the people a little bit about yourself outside that you're from Alabama and we almost missed the show because of me.
Oh no, you're fine. Well, I am actress Yvonne K. Or Passionate Jewel. I go by either one.
Passionate
but
Jewel.
Yes, Passionate Jewels. Um, just a little bit about me. I have always had the dream of doing acting, getting in the acting field, and since I was a little girl, so definitely I'm stepping out on faith now with doing acting, writing short films, also doing a little music as well. So I'm definitely excited what God has in store for me.
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will. He
I s-
will.
I see here that you're also a screenplay writer.
Yes, yes. I'm working on a couple of films, even though I hate to write, but
Hmm.
I'm definitely working on a couple of films that I'm writing that I'm hoping to get out soon, and
Hmm.
you know, just maybe another Tyler Perry in the making.
Oh, speak it in existence. You got to speak that thing in order for
Yes,
it to happen.
yes, yes,
Well,
yes. So
I'll be looking out. I'll be looking out. Now, I wrote this down.
yes.
Wait a minute. Where? Okay, wait. Where is it? Okay, Passionate Jewels, for people that don't know, because we're going to get into her story, but I just want people to know. I shared it on my page. Under Passionate Jewels, she has a mental health movement that presents the 2022 First Women and Men's Conference, The Champions. And that's
Mhm,
on December 10th,
mhm,
2022 at 3 p.m.
mhm.
And where is that? I
Okay,
didn't see a
so I'm
location.
actually, yes, I'm working on a location now, to try to find a venue to have it. But people that's out of state as well, planning on to hopefully go live on Facebook so people can tune in, because I want
Okay.
to reach as many people as I possibly can, because um after going through what I went through, domestic violence and stuff, I fell into depression and everything, and suffered with that for a while. So I want to reach out to people that's suffering from mental health, issues such
Hmm.
as anxiety, depression, and everything else, because they suffer in silence. Sometimes you're
Yes,
scared to really come out and say anything because you're worried about how people are going to look at you and how they're going to judge you. And that was one
absolutely.
of my issues that I had. I kept it here for a while until I really had that breakdown to where I was on the verge where I wanted to commit suicide.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to
Yes.
hear that. But look at you today. Look at God. Won't he do it?
Yes.
Just
Yes,
do
he
it.
will. He
Now,
will.
a little bit about how did this happen? Did you
Mhm.
some people get into domestic violence situations because it's like something that they know. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by
Mhm.
that is something they grew up seeing,
Mhm.
or not even just in the home, but like people around them, you
Mhm.
know. What Not saying that's your case, I don't know. So I'm asking, like,
Mhm.
how did he come off? How did he come off?
So I will start and say, when I was about 8, 9 years old, um, my dad was murdered. So
Oh, I'm
me and
sorry.
my sister, yeah, me and my sister grew up without a father, and we never had a father figure. We never experienced that fatherly love that most girls have experienced, to know how it feels to be loved by a man, or how a man's supposed to treat you. We never had that experience. So it was something that we had to learn on our own.
Wow.
Um, I wish I did have that experience of that fatherly love, because that kind of contributed to me really going out there and just looking for love in all the wrong places.
Right.
Um, the guy that I first encountered was a little bit older than me and everything, and I I didn't know didn't know no better. I'm just getting out of school and just getting out there and trying to enjoy life, really trying to see what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And like I encountered him, and like I said, he was older, and that's kind of where the issues started. Kind of like controlling, um, really was verbally abusive to me, used to call me stupid and stuff. Call me ugly, used to tell me don't nobody want me and all kind of stuff. It was just awful.
Did that
Um
start off early in the relationship? Was that in the beginning, or was
it was
he,
it
you know?
wasn't in the beginning, it was kind of later, a little bit later.
Okay.
It was
So
a
he
little bit
started
later.
off loving
Like he was
and
like he was okay. Yeah.
like he was okay. Was it
Yeah.
that because like I said, thank God I've never experienced this, but I've like seen it. Did it come off
Hmm.
initially like that, like that jealous, and then people like, oh, he loved me so much that but did it start off like that?
Yeah. I remember at one time we was in the car, and I was driving, and it was a guy that I had went to school with, and I waved at him. I spoke to him, and by that he was sitting on the passenger side. By that time, he had done hit me, like swung back and hit me in my face, and that's when it was like, okay, where did that come from? But it was just it seemed like everything was happening so quick, like I really didn't know how all this was coming about. I
Mhm.
know I was always a good girl, never did anything, to provoke anybody to dislike me in any kind of way or even hate me or anything. But it was just the type of person he was, you know, and
Mhm. Now
some issues.
it's never your fault.
Mhm,
It's never okay. It's never okay to have hands laid on or for you to lay hands on. It's
mhm,
never okay. It's never okay. Um,
yeah.
was he the type of guy? What drew you to him? What was it about this character that drew you to him?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was coming out of high school, and I fell in. I was in love with my high school sweetheart, and I really thought that things was going to go far with me and him, and
Mhm.
we end up breaking up. I was real heartbroken at that time, and it was like, hey, I'm coming out of school. I'm just gonna test the waters. I'm gonna just enjoy life and get out there. And here he come, a little older guy, and you know, fascinated by the nice cars and the cash he was flashing,
Mhm. Yeah. And
and
how much
I was
older?
dumb and young, so
Yeah.
um, yeah, I was like 19, and
And he
he was
was
probably like in his probably like early mid 30s. Yeah.
clown. So,
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
me, did you ever think about talking to your sister? Because you said you have a sister. Did you tell anyone the first time this dude slapped you while you was driving? While you were driving,
Hmm.
clown. Did you tell?
Mm-mm.
Did you tell? You didn't tell anyone.
Mm-mm. I
Was it
didn't
out of?
tell nobody.
You think he would change?
Yeah, I have it where I give people benefit of doubt. Th- I really think people will change, but it's a made up mind thing. They have to want to change. And
Absolutely.
like I said, I gave them benefit of doubt. People really didn't know what was really going on with me and him until it went public, to where we was fighting in public.
Now, when did it get to that part? Like, that's bold.
Whew.
how long were you in this situation before it escalated to the point where this dude felt comfortable enough to put his hands on you out in the street? Like when?
It went on for some years. My whole 20s went past me. I never enjoyed my 20s. Um, I ended up getting pregnant by him. I actually got pregnant twice. Um, and it was just the fact that I just felt like my life was over. That I started to believe things he was saying, that, don't nobody want me. Ain't nobody gonna want me. I'm
Right, you
not
got two
cute,
kids, right? You got two kids. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody gonna want you. Like,
And then from what he was saying as well, the verbal abuse, it was like, it was just down talk all the time. It was just, I just felt like nothing. I
did you
felt like
love him?
nothing.
Did you love him? You thought you
The,
loved him? You loved him?
at first I did because honestly, I'm trying not to get teary eyed.
It's okay.
I'm trying not to get teary eyed
It's
because
okay. It's okay.
just the fact of not having my dad,
Mhm.
I never experienced love. I never knew what love felt like.
Mhm.
How it would feel for somebody to love you. And when I got entangled up with him, that's all I thought love was.
I can say it a million times that love does not hurt. It doesn't physically hurt. I mean, you may
Mhm.
emotionally get hurt sometimes, something that hurt, but physically wise, love doesn't hurt. It shouldn't
Yeah,
hurt because that's not love. That's not love.
that's
What
right.
was your what was your uh-oh moment? Like what was there's that moment that clicks. What was
Hmm.
because now you've gotten pregnant by him twice. You your self-esteem is down in the ground.
Hmm.
What was that uh-oh moment that made you be like, I got to get out of here? What was that?
The moment for me was when I found out that he was dealing with numerous women. I was fighting other women about him. Um, and it was like I was just getting tired. I was getting tired of it. Um, just the fact of, just giving them the benefit of doubt and thinking he was gonna change, and it seemed like things wasn't getting no better. So I just was like, I can't do it. I can't do this no more. Just dealing with the different females and all that. It was a lot. It was a lot.
And how long did you stay in this relationship with him?
I stayed in it. I'm 35 now.
Oh, you're young.
Um, yeah, I was about 30. I was about 30.
Wow. That's a
Yeah,
long time.
I stayed in it a long time because my mind was so messed up because it
Right.
was like, that my life was over,
It was
like
that's all you knew.
nobody, yeah, that nobody wasn't gonna want me because I had gained a lot of weight because I was under a lot of stress, and it was just, I just, I gave up. I
I'm
gave
so
up.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Did he leave? I mean, like he left the emotional scars, but did he leave? Like, did he physically leave scars on you, like bruises? Like when you guys fought, did he like fight you like a man? Like he like
Hmm.
at any time did you call the police?
Yes, I did. I called. Um, I I just when I called the police at that time, it should have been where I cut it off, but it was like they come back with that excuse, um, and that apology.
Mhm,
Oh, I never do it again, and I
mhm.
really care about you, and all of that. And then I'm believing it.
Right, right.
So,
Because you love them.
uh, yeah,
Love is crazy. Like love, love will make you do some love.
yeah,
I can love will make you
and
do some
it's
crazy things.
yeah, especially when you haven't been taught love. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Like you haven't. I always been told I'm a person like my dad. I always heard good about my father, that he was a very humble man. He
mhm,
always tried to help people. He was just a good person. And I get that a lot from some people where they say they see that in me.
mhm.
And sometimes, I used to question God, why me?
Right,
Why was I gifted with this heart? You know, it feel like it's a curse. It's a gift
mhm.
and a curse,
Right.
because it's like the compassion that I do have for people, and I love hard. I love real hard. And I try to, like I said, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I try to, how can I put it? I really look for people to love me back the way I love them. And that's something I never got back. I never got back.
Now, did you have uncles, cousins, guy cousins, uncles
Um,
that you were close
my
to? That you were close
family's,
to?
no,
No.
mm-mm, not really. And that's a sad thing to kind of say. Um, with my family, I love my family, but we're not as close as we need to be.
Mhm,
Families, I think, need to be close, especially in times we're living in now. Families need to be real close.
mhm.
But at that time, mm, me and my family, we're not as close as we should be. So it wasn't nobody I really could call on. It was basically I was just dealing with it.
And at no time, like, are you and your sister close, or did anybody see a change, like a change in your behavior, like close enough where they would notice that
No,
something's not right? No.
no. My mom, when we was getting into it in the public, people was telling my mom, and my mom found out about it. But it was like I was fighting so much these emotions and stuff. It was like I said, I gave up. I wasn't even trying to hear what my mom was saying or nothing. It was like I just really gave up on life. I was like, this is all what I'm worth. And I just really felt like I was nothing.
Because of what this character told you, because of the seeds he was planting in
Yes.
your head.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now you
I
said that.
always
No, go ahead.
not you no, you can
No,
go
you
ahead. You can
no,
go ahead.
you go.
Oh, um, I no, I was just finna say, yeah, he planted a lot of things in my head. I always felt like I wasn't attractive, because he
That's
would
not true.
call me
That's not true.
ugly and stuff like that. And when you have a person that you really love and care about, in spite of, that's something that kind of hurt, and
Yeah.
that kind of just stayed in me to where I just felt unattractive. I got to the point where I didn't even like to look at myself in the mirror.
You know that was all him, right? You know that had nothing to do. No, you didn't know at that time, but I'm telling you
I
now.
didn't know,
You
but
know that was, yeah, at the time. No, you didn't know because you were in it.
mm-mm.
But now, do you see that was all him? Those were all
Yeah.
his flaws, his insecurities.
Hmm.
Now, you
Yeah.
said that it was the women, all the women he was messing with that made you leave, right?
Yeah,
Um,
not only that, just tired of the stuff I was going through.
Now, did you wait for him to leave? Because this is something I always wondered. Do you come up with a plan to leave, or do you leave in the heat of the moment? Um, how does that work when you've decided? I'm asking because I'm really curious.
Mhm.
When you've decided that, okay, I've had enough, I'm done with this man. How does that how does that work?
Well, we was staying together, and I actually
Right.
made him leave. I put him out. I told him he had to go, and I was done.
Good for you. Good for you. I
Yeah,
applaud you.
yeah.
And how did he respond to that?
He didn't want to leave at
Of
that
course he didn't.
time. Yeah, at that time, that's when he felt like he finally realized that he really did love me and stuff. But that was too late. That was too
You know,
late.
uh, I trying to keep it tactful.
Because the damage has already been done. You know what I'm saying? The
Absolutely.
damage is the abuse that you took me through. You took me through
Yeah.
mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually abuse
Yeah, he broke you
to where
down.
I just, it was like you you made me feel like this what you took me through. This is what love is.
Mhm.
And even to today, I haven't experienced real love. The only love that I know that I have is the Father above,
Mhm.
you know. But in the the natural world, I have not experienced love. I haven't. And it scares me sometimes because it's like I know that I love hard. I know how to show love, but it's like I don't want to grow cold. And if I do meet the right person, I can't give them this love because I'm so scared.
I'm so sorry. But he's you're gonna find love. It's
Yeah.
gonna when you least expect it, it's gonna knock you over your head and you're not gonna know what's going on. You're not gonna know. Now is this
Yeah.
is this is this dude still around? Is he still around?
Yeah,
He
he's
walking
still
the free
around.
streets? He's walking around on the streets. He ain't in jail.
Well, no, but I will say this: when you let God handle things,
Oh yeah.
he'll handle it. So I
He
will
will.
say you'll reap what you sow,
Absolutely. People don't believe in karma.
and
Those
karma
seeds,
is real.
it's real. But like Dee said, you're still really young. You're only 35. You're only
I
35.
know it,
That's
D.
young. That's
I
really
know
young.
it's young, but I guess the stuff that I done been through,
Yeah.
I feel I feel like I'm older.
But you're not.
I'm a bit mature, but I'm it's like, I want a husband. I want to have more kids. I have two boys. I want my girl. So it's like, hey, I'm waiting till I get married before I, try to do that again. But it's like, Lord, I'm getting close to 40.
You're still people,
I'm getting
women. I
close to
mean, it's
40.
it's a little more dangerous. Um, at,
Yeah.
at 50. Now I'm not talking about 35. People having babies in their 50s. You're still young.
Right.
God is going to bring them to you. Now, this guy, I don't even want to
Yeah.
call him that, the weasel that he is, because any man or woman that puts their hand, I just have a problem with, I just, because personally, this is my personal opinion, people. This is
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. Tea Time with Bunky is my opinion. I feel that any man, because people gonna say something. Any man that lays his hands on a woman, because we're built as the weaker of the
Yeah.
two. We are. That's just how we built. So I feel that any man that does that isn't man enough to step to a man. You know what I'm saying? And any man who or woman, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel like you have to break that person down for them to
Yeah.
stay with you, you're a coward. Yeah. Personally, if it was me, dude would have been in jail. Laid hands on the first time, there would have been consequences. There would have been consequences. But you loved him. Do you still love him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do. Of course you do. You have his kids.
I can't find hate in my heart against
Yeah,
people
don't
that I have
don't hate
encountered.
him.
I say guys that I have encountered that don't have any hate in my
Mhm.
heart. Yeah. But I do as God say. Yeah. I do as God say. I love my enemies.
Right.
And
You don't gotta
it's
like him
crazy to
though.
say people
You don't
that
gotta
have
like him.
done me wrong or whatever, you know, if I was to see them out on the street and they needed something to eat or something to drink, I still would feed them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have to like them, but
Right.
I still would
That's the that's a
get them
humane
something to
thing to
drink,
do.
feed
That's
them.
the humane. Right.
God will make your enemies your footstool, and
Won't he do it?
yeah, yeah, and pretty much yeah, yeah. And definitely, I have had some people for how they done me. So I'm just a strong believer in God's word that He will do what He say He gonna do. I mean, I just let God handle situations
Yes, he
for
will.
me.
God will. He can do all things but fail. But
Right.
don't you let this dude try to weasel his way back
Hmm.
into, I mean,
Oh no.
because you have kids with him doesn't mean you got to be with this joker.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not bad
No.
mouthing your
It's
kid's
that's
father.
done
I'm
with.
sorry.
That's
Cause
yeah.
you're a beautiful
It's no.
woman.
It's fine.
You are.
Thank
In
you.
case no one has told you, really are. You're a very
Thank you.
good looking woman, and God has something in store for you. You just got to heal.
Thank you. Mhm. Yeah. I I'm not looking back at that um to go back. I just take it as a lesson learned and something that made me grow stronger so I can be a help to somebody else or be a help to another young girl out there that could possibly be going through the same thing. And not
Right.
as well, not just women,
Right.
men too. Men do
Right.
go through abuse as well. So definitely, I'm just trying to be about my father's business with my testimonies and things that I done been through to try to help and to encourage and reach out to other people.
Right.
I will say that he's not the only one that I had encountered abuse with, it seemed
I was getting
like
ready to ask
it
you
was a
that.
pattern to where yeah, it the I didn't experience any more physical abuse. It was more as mental and verbal abuse that
Mhm.
I experienced afterwards. You know, with um, a few other guys that I had met. It was maybe about one or two. But we have to really pray to God for discernment. When you're single, you really have to pray to God for discernment on these guys when you meet them, to let God really show you how these guys are. And for the guys too, for
Right.
women that they meet, because the single life is so hard. And it's like, I'm trying to keep the faith and trying to hold on that it's still good out there. But it's like right now it's just being single and trying to meet different guys and stuff is so hard, because when you done been through that, it's like you don't know who to trust. It's like you don't know when you meet them if they're gonna treat you the same way, if they gonna, take advantage of your kindness, is they going to hurt you, and it's scary. It's scary being single.
Well, coming from one single person to another. Okay, so I know that
Mhm,
single thing. I know that single thing. Um, there was one point where when my boys were younger, I was single
mhm,
for 8 years. 8 years,
mhm.
single for 8 years, because I vowed that I was not going to bring anybody around my sons outside of their father, because I didn't want that stepfather thing. Because me being me, you're not gonna tell my kids what to do. That's just me.
Yeah.
But then after that lasted for 2.2 seconds when I got with this other guy. But then I was single again for a couple of years, a few years.
Mhm.
Um, met somebody. I thought, sometimes you think, no, nice guy, really, really nice, but I'm cautious. I'm very, very cautious at this stage in my life. And I know what I will and will not tolerate and put up with, you know. So
Right.
I can honestly say that now, okay, I've been single now a little over, well, about 3 years. And I'm like, God has to knock me over to let me know that he is the one for me. So I think you
Yeah.
have to give yourself time to heal, get to know you,
Mhm.
because it's nice to have a companion. I'm sure it is. I would love one. I would, but
Yeah.
not at sacrificing myself, you know.
Mhm.
So focus. I
And
mean,
I
you
will.
got your movement. You're no longer silence movement and all
Yes.
that. You got a lot of stuff to keep you busy, girl.
Yeah. And I do. I agree. I will say that I would have a friend. I would accept a friend
Hmm.
and maybe grow from that. I wouldn't rush anything, but definitely if I had that special friend, um, you know, and take our time and go from there and happens. I would
Hmm.
love for it to happen that way. I don't want
Right,
to force anything,
right.
but definitely I know God got somebody for me. And I will say when he do come along, he's gonna be a very lucky man. Yeah.
You go, girl. You go ahead. He is going. See, you're speaking that
Yeah.
into existence. You're taking back your self love, your self power.
Yes.
You really are. But in the
Yes.
meantime, you have, like I said, you have a lot to focus on. When you don't think about that. Like, don't think about a relationship. Focus on not even a friendship. Don't
Yeah.
Not saying don't have one, but I'm just saying
Mhm.
focus on what God has you doing, like screenplay
Mhm.
writer, author, actress, songwriter. You
Mhm.
focus on those things. Those are your babies. Focus on that.
Mhm.
And then God is going to bring him out of left field. You're going to be like, wait, where did he come from? I didn't even notice he was here. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping for myself, if that's
Yes.
God's plan, if it ain't, oh, well,
Yeah.
it's what it is. But,
It's coming. It's coming. It's
yeah, it's
coming for
coming
you
when it's
too.
time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said, I'm in no rush. I'm not looking for nobody right now. I have my
Yeah.
tea time. God gave me
Yeah.
this for a
Mhm.
distraction. Keep me busy to do his will, his word, get the voice and the messages out. So that's what I'm
Right.
focusing on. You know, um, it's hard when you've had years, because I've gone through that. Never physical, never. But
Mhm.
I've gone through the. You have nobody's gonna want you. You're funny looking. You have 3 kids, and you know what? And when you don't have self love, when you don't have self love, and you don't know your worth, that stuff really
Mhm.
plants itself in you. And your self-esteem is garbage. It is. You
Yeah.
look in the mirror and you hate what you see because of what somebody else said. But
Right.
today, can't nobody tell me that. I'll be like, yeah, 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 whatever, whatever. Like that's my attitude now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. But nobody's gonna tell me that because I will give it right back to you. But so I'm saying that part of it, I understand. So I'm just asking you to give yourself time. Give yourself time to heal. Focus on your
Yeah.
babies, your physical babies, and your work that God has. Because while were you working on this when you were with this guy? All of these things you weren't.
All these things came after him, after the relationships that I was encountering with these guys. It was like enough was enough.
Mhm.
I'm finna put this to work. I said I'm going through these cycles. Seemed like I was going through the same cycle. And one thing that God like us to be is truthful and honest to him.
Mhm.
And I have to be honest. I was allowing these guys, putting them first.
Mhm.
And that's something we can't do. We can't put man before God because we serve a jealous God. And if God see
Absolutely.
that going, he's going to get them out the way because it's like, we're not finna have this right here. I
Mm-mm.
come first. And
Absolutely.
that's something that I had a awakening to where I said I would never allow man to come before God. I will never put a man before God. God is always going to be my first. He's
Absolutely.
always going to be the head. So when we make that mistake, and we are only human, but when we make that mistake, God, he's going to step in, and he's going to take that distraction away because he
Yes,
he
he will.
wants us He wants us to focus on him. He wants us
Absolutely.
to need him. When we get to the point where we stop needing God, it's like, okay, I'm finna throw some shots at her. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? To see if she can really handle this by herself. We gonna see if Tom, Dick, and Harry gonna be here for her. And he done that. And they wasn't there for me because it was situations I was in to where people I called on, they would never come. People
Hmm.
that I know I done helped never came, to where I had to lean back to God for him to help me. So
But we know God's
never
not going to
again.
bless a mess. God is never going to bless a mess.
Right,
He's really not. He's
right,
not going to bless a mess.
right.
And you were trying to justify these men in your mind. You were trying to
Yeah.
justify them. Like your heart was like, no, they're not. They're did
I
did
got
their
to
warning signs
I
come up quicker?
no, no.
No.
The one after him, it seemed like they were so nice. Like they would do so many things. See, that's how the enemy work.
That's
He
how.
he will put these people in your face to where it's like, okay, she said she want a man like this, she want a man like that. Then when I get them, it's like, oh my God, he's worse than the first. You know, like they come off like they're fine. And then it's like, oh my God. And I remember telling one, I'm like, oh my God, you tried so hard to get me. And then when you got me, you mistreated me. And then when I left you, now you gonna come back and tell me a year later, oh, the grass wasn't greener on the other side, and I really miss you, and you was good, and I hate I done what I did. I was like, okay, that's your fault.
Better stay with them weeds. You better
That's
go
your
back to
fault.
them weeds. Yes, God.
Right. Because that's
Mm-mm.
where people do fail at, men and women. When you
Right,
have somebody good,
right.
because you're not gonna meet nobody perfect. They're going to
No.
come with some flaws. It's
Yes.
just up to you whether you can deal with those flaws, but ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
So you feel like that you're going out here getting better when you're really getting worse, when you got
Getting worse.
better right there.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
feel like that you can do better, but hey, I tell them, I say, it's y'all loss.
yeah.
You know, y'all want to come back now, that's y'all fault. Y'all had me. When you had me, you didn't treat me right.
Did you tell them to lose your number? Did you say lose it? Tell them
Yeah.
lose it. Tell them
Pretty
lose
much
it.
pretty much changed my number. But hey,
Nah, I'm not
they'll
changing my number.
they,
They need to lose it.
hey,
I will block you in a heartbeat.
and then find me on social media.
Block you on social media too. Report you as a stalker creeper. Yes, God.
It's crazy. But he
It,
said it. He'll make your enemies your footstool. And
yes, he
I'm
will.
hey, I'm standing on God's word for the prophecies that's been given to me, that God is my come up.
He
And I'm
is.
standing on it firmly. My come up is going to be miraculous, to where they gonna see me come up in front of their eyes. Like,
But you know
people
what?
that,
Who ca- who
hey,
who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my
right.
thing. Like who really cares at this point? Everything you went through or going through
Mm-hmm.
is for your better, right?
Right.
I've learned that every test and trial that I've gone through, every heartache, every pain, everything I've gone through helped me be who I am today, right? I
Right.
have a heart as
Right.
big as this world, big as this world. But I'm at the point, it could be my age. Well, I'm not playing with you. I got a big heart, but you're not playing me. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that.
Right.
So who cares? Don't worry about God making them your footstool because He is. God got that. Don't even worry
Mm-hmm.
about that. But don't even
Yeah.
focus on it. Be like, whatever, lose my number. I don't have time for this. You had your chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. Don't call me. Don't contact me. Leave me all the way alone. All the way. Don't bother me at all. And focus on what it is God has for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Um, what is this Thickums model? What is that? What I was like, wait, what is that? Thickums
So
model.
I
Oh
am a
God.
entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur in the making. I am definitely working on
That's a
maybe
good
4
question.
businesses. Oh, did you ever obtain a restraining
Yeah.
order of protect? No, I
No,
didn't.
you
I
were
didn't.
protecting that loser. You were
I
protecting him.
didn't. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was young and dumb. Um, and like I said, my head wasn't on straight because of the mental abuse and stuff that I was dealing with. I just, like I said, I just wasn't thinking clearly like I needed to.
Right.
But yes, I'm working on some
Protecting.
multiple streams of income.
Hmm.
It's in the making. Um Thickums, that is a boutique that I am working on to come with clothing for my plus size women. I'm a Thickums. I gained weight. I need to get this weight back down. It's in the making. I'm get it back down. But it's hard sometimes to find clothes for Thickums. I don't say fat. I just say Thickums.
I just say
So
healthy.
so yeah, so I'm trying to find me some vendors that offer, some nice clothing for my Thickums, my thick chicks out there.
Now I had someone on Tea Time. She's a plus size model. Her name is Indigo Blue. Gorgeous.
Oh,
and
that's
she's a
pretty.
She's a plus size model. And when I say she be doing it, she be finding clothes. She be finding clothes. So.
And I hate how society is now, how they feel like you have to be skinny to be fine. I have seen a lot of thick girls that are very pretty. And I hate society is kind of built like that you feel like that you have to be a certain size to feel pretty or to be called beautiful or to feel attractive, for to feel like, for a guy to be attracted to you because you have to be a certain size or something like that. But you got it all on.
Don't feel that way. Lizzo.
I know.
And I'm not even.
I love Lizzo.
Forget those people. They probably need to go eat a sandwich. Leave them. Don't worry about the people. Don't let nobody make you. If you want to lose weight or whatever, do it because you want to do it for you.
I'm doing it for me, right?
Yeah, forget them people. They don't matter. They don't.
And then it's getting cold. So y'all might need a Thickums, to cuddle up with. We're pretty soft and warm in the wintertime. We're just like a little fuzzy bear.
Well, I'm not mad at you.
Yes. We're like little fuzzy bears.
You don't look big to me. You don't. But what do you consider? What do you consider Thickums? Like what do you
Thickums?
It's in the eyes of the beholder, because to me, I'm a Thickums. To me, I'm a size 7. Okay,
you're size 7.
A 7, but I'm 5 foot, so it makes a difference.
Okay.
So the way I put on that I'm trying to lose, it's for me. It's not for nobody care about them people.
I remember them days. I was a size 9, 10, fine. I was very athletic in high school. I played all sports, basketball, volleyball, tried softball, did track and field. I was very athletic.
You're fine now. You're a grown woman with 2 kids. It's okay.
I know it.
It's really okay.
I know it. But hey, I still, even though, I gained a little weight and everything, and back to what you said, what I consider Thickums, I consider Thickums to be maybe 260 and above.
Okay.
Maybe 250-ish and above is my Thickums.
That's the Thickums. Okay.
That's the Thickums. But I still can move now. I could get around. I could get around a little. I'm working on the Megan Stallion knees. I don't have them just quite. I could get down, but I don't know if I can get back up. But I'm working. I'm working on that. It's in the making.
I don't even know what Megan Stallion knees are. I have no idea. I don't know.
But I definitely I've been playing basketball because I have an upcoming film that I am doing with Miss Donna. Shout out to her.
I saw that you asked for a coach to somebody that.
Yeah, I've been out here outside on the basketball court, and it's like, oh my God. I said, God, I haven't shot ball in so long. I'm gonna need some WD-40 for my knees. It's something about them 30s, them knees. I
It's
don't know
gonna
about
get worse.
anybody else, but
It's gonna
oh my
get.
God.
Wait till you hit
But
them
definitely.
50s. Them knees.
Hey, I'm hoping I be fine as wine. Hitting them
Hello,
50s, I
I
still
can't
get around.
complain. I can't complain.
But I still love to be outside, be adventurous. I'm an Aries, that's my zodiac sign, and we're very adventurous people. So I definitely still love to hike. I go fishing. Like I'm just that outdoor girl. Like I will get on a 4-wheeler in a heartbeat and just be all in the dirt.
Is that in the dirt? That's a country thing right there. That
Dirt
nah,
ride.
mm-mm. I'll pass. But I mean, I love seeing, well, hearing what you went through and seeing you now. I love seeing you in this place. I do. It's only
I love
up
seeing
from
me
here.
too.
It's only
It's only
up.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them jokers. Focus
Yeah.
on your basketball and your dirt riding, and
Yeah.
all of your stuff God has for you, and
Yeah.
you will be just fine. And them boys, I know they keep you busy. How old are they?
Oh my God. 12 and 14.
Oh,
Pray
girl,
pray for
it's
me.
listen. I had three of them. I had
Ooh.
three of them. Okay,
Oh my God.
they're getting ready to be my oldest next week. It'll be 33,
Hmm.
30.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
30, and my baby is 28. Okay, so I
Okay.
threw the boys. You don't have
they
time to
some
focus on nothing else.
they
They're gonna
some nasty. Look, they some nasty little people too, aren't
but
they?
them boys.
Oh God, the little boys. I said, God, why I ain't get my girl?
But you know what? I had to wait. I had to wait until I got my granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
So I waited till I got her, and she is
Hmm.
my everything. Cause you know what? I can give her back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When they get into them little attitudes and all that. So look, you have so them your sons are gonna keep you busy because they're still young, but I'm sure they're probably involved in sports.
Hmm.
Are they involved in sports?
Not yet. I know my baby boy, he wants to do soccer, baseball, and basketball.
Yep, I
My
had
other
sports.
son, he's in the love of music.
Okay.
So we're gonna see.
No,
We're
yeah.
gonna see.
Your athlete, your athlete, yeah, and he loves all those sports. Yeah, he's gonna keep you busy, he's gonna keep you on your toes. You're not gonna have time. You're not gonna have time for the shenanigans. You just
Yeah,
like I said,
right.
just focus on you, focus on your
Hmm.
businesses, focus on your
Hmm.
sons. Gotta bring that man when it's time. When it's Don't give it a time limit because you know his time is not our time.
Right.
And
His
by
timing
then
is perfect.
you'll be able to discern those knuckleheads when they come around. Be like, no,
Hmm.
no, go ahead. I don't have time for this. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, look, we only got 2 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
No, but this is your time. This is your
Oh,
time
my
to
time.
tell
Well,
whatever ever you want the people to know about your business, about
okay.
anything, words of
Well,
encouragement, anything.
y'all could definitely go and follow me on Facebook. That's my name, actress K Yvonne. Um, I'll be posting stuff on there periodically. I mean, if you want to come on there and ask me any questions or anything, or even if you're needing, some gigs done or whatever, just hit me up.
What type of gigs?
Like some
What's a gig?
like films or anything like that. I'm working on some different projects, so
Mhm,
I'm kind of trying to really get out there and get myself going and
mhm.
everything. My businesses that I'm working on, they're in the making as well. I'm hoping to have my boutiques up and going soon. And soon after that, I'm planning on opening up a spa for kids where
Oh,
they can come and get little pedis and manicures. So
uh-huh.
that's in the making as well. Um, and just my word of encouragement, I am starting my nonprofit as well called No Longer Silence, which, like we said earlier, is focused on mental health issues. We do have people out there that's suffering from depression, anxiety, and could possibly be having suicidal thoughts and all.
Right.
You never know what a person going through. People
You
keep
don't.
things hid because they're so embarrassed, and I'm a
Right.
witness of that because I have been in that place.
Hmm.
So it's always good to just maybe check on a person. You know that our word is I'm okay
Yeah.
when you're really not okay. And I'm just here to tell anybody that's out there and could possibly be listening, it's okay to be not
Not okay.
to be okay. You
Right.
know, it's okay to reach out and get help because being in that dark place, I know how I feel and I know it's scary that you're there and it's like there's nobody there that can help you. But I do know a man that has brought me a long way,
You better
and his
tell it.
name is Jesus. So
You better
all you have
tell
to
it.
do is call on him and he'll be there for you. But definitely he give us common sense too. Reach
Yeah.
out for help.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through this by yourself. So
Right. That's why we have those doctors. You wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going to end. Um,
mhm.
I would like to thank. Is that it? Is there anything else?
Oh no, I just appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to come on your podcast and to share my story. I hope it was a blessing and an encouragement to someone that can, they come out.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. I do, but don't
Hmm.
go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Everybody, I want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of Tea Time with Bunky. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Go back and watch. You can always view afterwards. Go to Tea Time with Bunky. You'll see all of the podcasts for over a year and a half. Go back through, take a look. May something bless you. That's what it's about, to be a blessing to somebody. Next week, I have a creator on. Um, Trying to get people on too that make things and have little businesses because the holidays are coming up.
Mhm.
Her name is
Yeah.
Shay Shannon. Shay is her bit. Shay something. Shay, but her name is Shannon Harsh. She does her work is crazy. Her work is crazy. So she'll be on next week.
Okay.
I'll I'll be sharing her stuff, and then after that, November, I have awesome, some awesome podcasts coming on. So you guys have a wonderful day.